Back when I was a wee little lad, I could play Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, not Fallout 2, because I didn't have a computer, I just had a console, but I could play any of the Fallout games or the Skyrim games and not be bored whatsoever. So what happened? I'm super bored now every time I go out and just try and play the game. Is it me? Is it the game? Are they not fun anymore? I mean, I played Fallout 4 from beginning to end and I think I had fun. I like to complete the game, but why can't I get the same amount of fun that I got the first time that I was playing? So I got to thinking, what was it about the original games that I really liked? Was it the story? Was it the gameplay? Was it the combat? It couldn't have been the combat. The combat was terrible. Maybe it was the freedom of expression, the freedom to explore and go look at places. Or maybe it was because I didn't have any other game to play. You see, when I was young, I didn't have control over the games that I played. All I had control over was the time that I spent playing them. So maybe that's it. Maybe I have to manage my time better. Maybe I have to spend more time playing the games until they're enjoyable. That sounds super forced. And I told myself when I became an adult I wouldn't force myself to do anything I didn't want to. So I tried an experiment to get to the root of all of this boredom. So I woke up from Fallout 4 and walked around until I found a terminal. And usually I skip all these terminals and I don't read a darned thing. I completely installed a mod that lets me skip all the hacking and minigames because I am an efficient gamer. But no, I read everything. I just went through line by line and read everything that was on the terminal. And most of it was uninteresting until I came to some passages that were mildly interesting. You see, for the longest time, I'm a speed walker through games. I don't run through games, I don't sprint through games, I just go from point A to point B in a straight line without dilly-dallying or getting distracted. So I've been honing a different style. I've been figuring out, hey, maybe I need to slow down. Like, way down. Take in the roses, smell them, spit them out because they're radioactive, and just enjoy the game. So I did that for a little while. I read some really cool lore about the vault tech and the experiments that were going on, and that really fascinates me. I love the little sci-fi stuff. And then I went outside into the great unknown, and nothing. There's nothing there. It's just a big open wasteland, just walking through places and shooting bugs. The combat was all right, kind of terrifying. The content was few and far between. I was bored with exploration. I liked the little story nuggets, I liked the little cutscenes, and I liked being able to explore in my own leisurely pace. But when the exploration became tedious and monotonous, I was jaded by the experience. I had to do so much stuff I didn't like to find the stuff that I did. How did I not notice this as a kid? Or maybe that's how I became that point A to point B person to begin with. I don't like the exploration, going around the wilderness searching for absolutely nothing to happen. So I just went from point A content to point B content. So maybe the way that I enjoy games is a bit different than the way that the game developers intended me to play. But I think that's true for everyone in every game. I mean, even Vampire the Masquerade has an entire second half that's just pure, just terrible, terrible content. But is that the fault of the game developers? Or is that something that I can learn to enjoy? Because I'm sure that there are people that love to go out there and learn to enjoy different styles of games. So I was there sitting in front of my computer just looking at my Steam library and trying to double click on that Fallout game and realizing that I'm super jaded. I can't do it. I can't open that game. I just can't click on the button. Is that a me problem? I think that's a me problem. Is that an executive function ADHD? I don't know. Or maybe it's overstimulation. The majority of my day is spent in front of the computer already, doing work, watching videos, or playing those stupid clicker games that I enjoy way too much. Wait a minute. Clicker games? I love these things. I look at the r/incremental games all the time. And I play the heck out of them until I eventually cheat, so that way I don't have to wait for 4 hours to do one click of a button. And I cheat the fun out of things because I just need to have my monkey brain turn off and go to bed. Huh. Maybe it's the amount of brain power that I have to do. Because the majority of my day is spent with my brain on thinking about either creative things or coding related projects. So maybe I need to turn my brain off. Dr. K mentioned something about staring at a wall in order to get you motivated to do things. So maybe the answer to my question is to stop playing those mindless clicker games, stop watching the YouTube videos, and go stare at a wall for a little bit in order to find the thing that I want to do with my life. Maybe it's fine that I don't like playing video games because it gives me a chance to do other things with my life. Like watch Matara play Vampire the Masquerade.
Your combat disciplines. Perfect. Safe?
4 hours. So is it okay not to enjoy having fun at video games? I do enjoy some video games sometimes, but it's becoming less and less as I grow older. Maybe I've become jaded, maybe I'm overstimulated by the amount of other content that's in my life. I took a cruise where I didn't have access to any video games and I had a fantastic time. I mean, honestly, it did get boring after a while, but I had fun while I was there. I had fun without video games and without the distractions of the internet. I would sit down in the lobby and just listen to the music going on. I'd walk around the different places. I'd go grab myself an ice cream every 15 minutes to get fat. But maybe life and enjoyment is meant to change, meant to not be stale, meant to do more. So I think it's okay for video games not to be fun anymore. At least right now. They can be fun later, when I want to play some video games. Maybe if I really want to play a game, I can just detach myself from the world for a couple hours and just sit down in an empty room and just vibe. And that's how I make Fallout 4 fun.